Hi friends, Simon here from informedtrades.com. In today's video, I wanted to provide a review of Jim Cramer's Action Alerts Plus program. Let's get started. Okay, key points. The S&P 500 with dividends has significantly outperformed Cramer's Action Alerts Plus. We'll get into the exact metrics later in this video. The drawdowns on Cramer's performance have been substantial, especially in the years where we've seen a market crash, 2008, of course, being the most visible example. If one intends to take all the signals that Cramer is giving, you're going to need a fair amount of cash. Really, you probably want $100,000. That's in my opinion, but you want to plan for 100 trades or so, possibly more, because there's a large number of stocks you're going to buy and sell. Of course, you're going to be entering in tranches. All of this could add up, so you definitely don't want commissions to take up too much of your to be too high of an expense, to impact your drawdown too much. In order for that to be the case, you really need a fairly sizable amount of capital. Now, that's if you want to take every trade that's being recommended. If you don't want to take every trade that's being recommended, or you're willing to only focus on the best, then you may be able to get away with less capital. Cramer does offer a grading system for stocks. So he will say, these stocks are my rank number 1, buy them now. These are rank number 2, buy them if there's a pullback, and so on. Cramer's method is all fundamental, and there's no shorting involved. So he's really looking at a lot of valuation metrics or value approach, as well as general business analysis about the industry that the company is in, whether it's promising, whether this particular company is leading the way, has new technology, things like that. He doesn't really get into technicals like price action or moving averages, any indicators like that. And also, there's no shorting involved, so this is a long-only signal system. Bonus material is included, such as Cramer's tips for investing, his sort of philosophy, his approach. There's also a complimentary other pick that's offered by thestreet.com, so that's not included in these returns, but there is that complimentary pick included as well. And another key point, which for me is, I put that in red, I think it's a big deal. You need to call to cancel. So there's a 2-week free trial, then the subscription automatically starts. You have to give your credit card at the start. But in order to cancel, you have to call them. You have to pick up the phone and cancel. So I bet they're making a bunch of money by people who just don't have the time or forget to call. But needing to call instead of being able to do it online is something I wanted to highlight. I think it's a sneaky little move, in my opinion at least. So I definitely wanted to call that out. In any event, if you're okay with it, just know that if you take the free trial and you want to cancel, you're going to have to pick up the phone and call them. If you don't, your card's going to get charged. Okay, now looking at the actual returns. So Action Alerts Plus, which is Jim Cramer, is this orange line here. We're looking at the returns from 2002 to 2014. These are looking at the entire year. With Action Alerts Plus, it calculates the value of the portfolio plus any dividends, it's not assuming those dividends have been reinvested. So there's no reinvestment being factored in there. But it is based on the spot value of the account. So Cramer is up a fair amount on Apple. That position is not closed, but the floating value of that profit, or floating value of that account, of that position, is still factored into these returns. So when you're looking at these numbers, note that this isn't closed positions, but the floating value of the account plus dividends and interest payments that have been issued. S&P 500 is a green line. Really, that's a bit misleading, and the more valuable metric is S&P 500 with dividends, right? Because the AAP Cramer's line here, that's including dividend payments. We can look at S&P 500 without dividends, but that's an apples to orange comparison. S&P 500 with dividends is probably the most accurate comparison. In any event, both the S&P 500 and the S&P 500 with dividends have outperformed Action Alerts Plus. S&P 500 has just slightly outperformed, barely, but when you factor in the dividends, it's a pretty noticeable outperformance. Even in the down years, there's no gain. So it's still pretty. 2002, 2008, those were big down years for the market, and Cramer's fund wasn't really able to outperform. It did outperform in the years following a big down year. So in 2009, we see some outperformance. In 2003, we see some outperformance. But that's about it. So other than that, I don't think there's much really going on here. That's sort of basically the returns. Bottom line is it underperforms the S&P 500. Okay, and also wanted to offer a quick look inside Action Alerts Plus, what the offering really entails. You go to thestreet.com, you log in. There's usually going to be a daily commentary, and often there will be a trade involved, whether they're adding to a position, putting on a new position, selling something. You can see some trades taken here. On the right column here, there's all their stocks that they'd buy right now, their stocks they'd buy on the pullback, etc. There's a getting started section. Obviously it gives you a bunch of information, 25 rules of investing, FAQ, glossary in case you're really new. A broker comparison section allows you to compare brokers on the basis of a variety of criteria. Bonus reports, weekly roundups also, which provides sort of a large, big picture type of analysis, macroeconomic coverage, but really there's going to be something there every day. And that's sort of the basic offering. You go to thestreet.com, you log in, and you'll have these links ready for you. And that's about it. Just a quick overview of thestreet.com and their offering. Personally, it's not something I would really recommend, but that's we've gone through some of the metrics and the basic offering that they provide in this service. Any questions you have, anything you want to add, join us at informedtrades.com. Best of luck in your trading and investing, and we'll see you next time. Take care.